In this video, you're going to learn how to use the sum function in Excel to add up the values contained in more than one cell. And if you'd like to grab a copy of the template I use in this video, just click on the link in the description below. Okay, so over here in Excel, you can see that we've got a report here that's got some employees and it's also got their sales values for a few months there. And what we want to do is we want to add up the values in each column. So we'll get January's total, for example, and then we want to add up the values for each row. So we get John Smith's total, for example, and then we'll do a grand total down the bottom. And I'll also show you how to create a check total using sum, which is a great way to see that you've got all of your sum formulas right, both horizontally and vertically. Okay, so we're going to start with January. So I'll just click in that cell and I'll show you that there's a few different ways you can get started with this function. First of all, you can go up to the auto sum button up here, which is on the home tab of the ribbon. And if you click on it, you can see that the sum function has automatically been created and it's already guessed what cells you want to add up. So that's one way that you can do it quickly. I'll just escape out of there. And then I'll also show you that you can actually click on the drop down there as well, and you can see sum is there. So you can click on that and it does the same thing. I'll just escape out of there again. But the other way you can do it is to actually type it into the cell. So if I type equals sum and open brackets, you can see that I've started off the sum function now and it's asking me what numbers I want to add up. And I'll just escape out of there and just show you, you can also click on this cell, but you can also click in the formula bar and do it there. Okay, so I've just typed that same thing into the formula bar instead of typing it into the cell, which has the same effect, but I just wanted to show you, you can do it in two different places. Okay, now we just need to choose the numbers that we want to add up, and you can see there that Excel does want at least one number or one cell reference. And any other numbers or cell references after that, which you would put after a comma, are optional, which is why that's in brackets. So we're going to add this up. So I've just left clicked and dragged the mouse down there to select the range of cells. So now if I close the brackets and press enter, it completes the sum function for those cells there. And we have our total there of 414,000. Okay, so that's how you can do a sum function very simply for a range of cells. Now there is another way you could do that, which is a much longer way, but I just want to show you. So if I get my function started again, before when I said you can tell Excel one number and then comma and then another number and then comma, another number, etc. This is how you do it. So you can click on one cell and then comma, click on another cell and then comma, click on another cell, and you can see that it's adding those cell references in there and it's going to add up those numbers and give you the result. So let me just do the rest of this column. Okay, so I've just referenced every single cell in that column of data. Now if I close the brackets and press enter, we get the same result as before. We get 414,000. So that's just a much longer way of doing what we did before. But I wanted to show you so that you could see that you can reference individual cells and put a comma between them. Okay, I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to show you something else. Okay, you don't have to do the entire column. If for some reason you just wanted to sum those cells there, you could just do your cell reference like that, close it off and press enter. And you can see that it's actually telling you that it's omitting adjacent cells. So that's the ones that we didn't include in our range. So that's just a little warning that Excel gives you there. And you can actually do a combination of things. So let's say I'll put comma and then I get that one. So that will sum that one into it as well. Okay, and now we get 324,000 as our result. Okay, so there's all different combinations that you can do of selecting entire ranges like we did there, C4 to C11, or putting in individual cells like we did there with C13. Okay, and I'll just show you one other thing before we just finish off this column properly. I just want to show you that you're not restricted to just one column. So I could grab a cell there, comma, a cell there, comma, a cell there, comma, another one there, comma, I could grab a range down here, comma, another range up here, and then close it off. Okay, and you can see that we're adding up the data from all kinds of different cells around this particular worksheet. All right, let's delete that and we'll just go ahead and do this properly now. And now we'll just drag that across by clicking on the little handle down in the bottom corner, and just dragging it across like this. So you can see that we have a sum now for every column. So that looks good. So we've done our columns. I'll just show you for the rows, it's the same thing. We can do a whole row like that, nice and clean. Or we can do the same where we selected all the individual cells like that. Okay, so we've just selected 3 individual cells there with commas between them. And you can do the same as I showed you before with the columns, where you can have all kinds of different combinations of things that you're summing. All right, so I'm just going to put this back like that, and then we'll drag it down. Okay, so if we just check that bottom one there, we can see that that's summing that row of data properly. Okay, so a couple of things now to finish off. Down here for the grand total, we could do a sum, and we could select this whole range. So we've got all the rows and all the columns there, and we get 1.422 million. Okay, so that's one way of doing a grand total. Let's just remember that number, 1.422 million. Or we could do a sum where we add up all of the totals in column F there. So we're adding all of the row totals. And again, we get 1.422 million. Or we could do this the other way. So we can do it like that. Again, 1.422 million. But one way you might like to do it is by doing it like that. And then down here, creating a check total where you do it like this. And you can see that you get exactly the same result. So basically you've checked that what you've done horizontally and vertically are the same to get to the same grand total. Now, the reason you might do that is, let's just say you had one formula in here that wasn't right. So I'll change that so it's just summing like that. It's just summing 2 values. And now you can see that our check totals have different values. So you can see that somewhere in there, there's a mistake. Okay, so that's how you can use sum horizontally and vertically to create a check total. So if we just go and put this back to the way it should be. Okay, now our check totals are right. Okay, so that's a bunch of different ways that you can use the sum function to add up numbers in Excel.